a strike force of emergency agencies is mobilising across flood-affected parts of New South Wales to manage the clean-up. Several evacuation orders and warnings remain in place, but thousands of residents have been allowed to return home as floodwaters recede. There are also ongoing concerns over pollution in waterways and along the coast, with many beaches closed over the weekend. Authorities are warning people to be careful as there is a lot of hazardous debris, pollutants, sewage and chemical runoff that have flowed through the rivers to the beaches.
The amount of debris that's still washing down through the river is quite phenomenal. So yes, our crews are well and truly aware. We've issued a number of bulletins to our crews in regards to safety and reminding them, that they need to take all those safety precautions. Of course, it's something that we actually train for. We don't wait for when we're in the scenario, and we're working closely with health and other agencies to advise the community where we can what needs to be done and what precautions they should also be taking.
All right, let's go to James Carmody, our reporter who's in Windsor in Sydney's northwest this morning. James, good morning to you. What's the latest on the flooding in the Hawkesbury area?
So it's still slowly receding. Where I'm standing now at some point in the last week was totally underwater. I'm in Windsor on a street called The Terrace, but you might not know it looking at the street sign up the hill from me. The force of the raging floodwaters at that height have reduced it to simply the. Behind me is the Windsor Bridge, which at some point was totally submerged itself. Even yesterday I was here and the water from the Hawkesbury was lapping at the underside of that bridge. But this morning it sits a good 2, maybe 3 metres above the river here. But it's still quite a swollen river, and as it recedes slowly, it's revealing more and more of some of the debris and destruction that these floodwaters have caused. There's rubbish and logs and bits of construction and agricultural goods all throughout the place. Now, we know that there's a few hundred Defence Force personnel and firefighters who will be getting to work today along the banks of the Hawkesbury and the Nepean rivers, starting to do some of that cleanup work, while council workers have been working non-stop, clearing the roads and public spaces and making sure that they can then check that some of those roads are safe to begin using again so that people can start getting back to a little bit of normality. One of the main issues that comes with this sort of flooding, once the waters start going down, is things to do with sewage and septic. On the mid-north coast overnight, near the town of Kempsey, there were 45 homes evacuated after septic tanks there overflowed, creating a health risk for those people. They had to get out.
All right, James Carmody in Windsor, thanks for the update there.